Welcome to Cambridge Chemistry channel. Today I will discuss O-level paper October-November 22 variant 2-1. Let's start. Question number 1. The diagram shows part of the periodic table. Answer the following questions using only the symbol of the elements in the diagram. Each symbol may be used once, more than once, or not at all. Give the symbol of the elements that is catalyst in the hydrogenation of alkenes, that is nickel. So just write down the symbol. No need to write down the name of the, because examiner asked you to write down the symbol. So this is the nickel, is extracted by electrolysis of its oxide dissolved in cryolite. So this is aluminium, is a metal below copper in the reactivity series, is a metal below copper in reactivity series, that is silver, is a gas used in welding. Oxygen is O is the symbol, forms anion with a charge of -1. So this is chloride. Question number 2. Carbon dioxide is a gas at room temperature. Draw a dot and cross diagram to show the arrangement of electrons in a carbon dioxide molecules. Show only the outer shell electrons. This is carbon, oxygen, excuse me. This is carbon. Carbon has 4 valence shell electron. So 2. This is oxygen. This is the structure of carbon dioxide. Describe the motion and separation of the particles in a gas. Motion is random movement of the particle. And separation, particles are far apart from each other. The main process in the carbon cycles are combustion, respiration, photosynthesis. Name the products of photosynthesis. Glucose and carbon dioxide and oxygen, sorry. Some of the reactions in photosynthesis involves enzyme. State the meaning of the term enzyme. Enzyme is a biological catalyst. Biological, this is the meaning of the term enzyme. Biological catalyst. Carbon dioxide is formed when hydrocarbons are completely combusted. Name the other product of the complete combustion of hydrocarbons, that is water. The paraffin fraction from the fractional distillation of crude oil contains hydrocarbons. State one use of the paraffin fractions. Fuel for jet engine. Yeah, aircraft engines. So it is also used for heating. So fuel for heating. Question number 3. The alkanes are homologous series of hydrocarbon. Give the general formula for the alkenes. CnH2n. Name of this alkenes: 1, 2, 3, 4. This is butene. Explain how this structure shows that alkenes are unsaturated. Alkenes have carbon to carbon double bond. Hydrocarbons are compounds containing carbon and hydrogen only. Alkanes are produced by cracking some fractions obtained from the fractional distillation of petroleum. State the meaning of term cracking. Cracking is the breaking down of long chain alkanes to short chain alkanes and alkenes. Carbon monoxide is formed when alkenes undergo incomplete combustion. State one effect of carbon monoxide on health. Carbon monoxide is toxic gas, causes death. Alkenes react with bromine to form compounds containing carbon, hydrogen and bromine. A compound contains 22% carbon, 3.70% hydrogen, 74.1% bromine by mass. Calculate the empirical formula of this compound. Carbon, hydrogen and bromine. This is the mass of carbon, 3.70, 74.1. This is mass. Write down mass over here. AR, mole ratio and formula. AR is 12, hydrogen 1 and 80. The mass, the mole of 1.85, this is 3.70 and this is 0.93. Division by lowest value to get mole ratio. So this is the lowest value, 0.93, 0.93 and 0.93. So the mole ratio will be 2 to ratio 4 ratio 1. The empirical formula will be C2H4Br. Different compounds of carbon, hydrogen, bromine has the empirical formula C3H2Br. The relative molecular mass of this compound is 236. So reduce the molecular formula of the compound. N is equal to MR of compound divided by empirical formula mass. C3 carbon 12 into 3 plus 2 plus 80. This is equal to 36, 38 and 38. 80 is equal to 8, 3, 8, 1, 11. 8, 3, 1, 1, 18. So N is equal to 236 divided by 1118. This is equal to 2. And molecular formula will be is equal to 2 into C3H2Br. So it is C6H4Br2. Question number 4. This question is about ammonia and ammonium salt. Ammonia is manufactured by the Haber process. Name the catalyst used in the Haber process. Name, write down the name. Iron. Explain how catalyst increases the rate of reaction. Catalyst speed up the rate of reaction. Rate of reaction by lowering the activation energy. Ammonium phosphate is a fertilizer. Calculate the percentage by mass of ammonia or by mass of nitrogen in ammonium phosphate. MR of NH4 thrice PO4 is equal to nitrogen 14 into 3, hydrogen 4 into 3 plus 31 plus 16 into 4. So this is equal to 149, and percentage of nitrogen is equal to 14 into 3 divided by 149 into 100. So this is equal to 3 significant figures. So answer is 28.18. So 3 significant figure is this is equal to 28.2%. Fertilizers can make soil more acidic. State the name of the compound used to decrease the acidity of soil. Calcium hydroxide. Explain how this compound decreases the acidity of the soil. Neutralizes the soil by removing hydrogen ion from the soil. Ammonia is formed by the reduction of nitrogen 1 oxide with hydrogen. The reaction is exothermic. Complete and label the energy profile diagram for this reaction to include reactant of the products. So this is energy profile diagram. So this is activation energy. This is enthalpy change. Over here reactants, and over here this is delta H or enthalpy change of the reaction, and over here product. This is enthalpy change. Copper 2 oxide reacts with ammonia, the product of copper, nitrogen and a liquid which turns blue cobalt to chloride paper pink. Construct the equation CuO plus ammonia to form nitrogen, copper and a liquid which turns blue cobalt to chloride paper pink. So this is water. To balance the reaction, 3Cu, 3Cu. Correct formula and correct balancing carrying 2 marks. This equation, this question is about metals and metal compounds. Magnesium metal react with aqueous iron 2 ions. Explain why this reaction involves both oxidation and reduction. Magnesium loses electrons. Magnesium loses electron with increase in oxidation state. From 0 to +2, so this is oxidation, and iron 2 gains 2 electrons with decrease in oxidation state. From +2 to 0 is reduction. Explain why iron conducts electricity. Why iron conducts electricity. Iron has free moving electrons. Explain why magnesium is extracted by electrolysis and not by reduction with carbon. Magnesium more reactive is reactive matter than carbon. Describe a chemical test to distinguish between iron 2 ions and aqueous iron 3 ions. Add aqueous sodium hydroxide or ammonia solution. Observation with aqueous iron 2 ions. Iron 2 gives green precipitates. And iron 3 gives red brown precipitate. Explain why molten magnesium chloride conduct electricity. Molten magnesium chloride has ions which can move, has free ions which can move. Predict the product formed at the anode and cathode when molten magnesium chloride is molten. We have two ions, 2 positive, 2 Cl negative, and at anode product form at anode chlorine from chloride ion, and at cathode chlorine gas and cathode magnesium. So this is the reaction, Cl2 plus 2 electron, and at cathode magnesium 2 positive gains 2 electron to form magnesium. This is gas. Food containers can be, no need to write down chemical equation because he asked only about the products. So just write down the products. No need to write down the chemical equations. Food containers can be made from aluminium. State one property of that make it suitable for use. Does not corrode in water. Question number 6. This question is about compounds of nitrogen. The equation represents the equilibrium between 2O4 and NO2 at high temperature in a closed container. Predict what happens to the position of equilibrium when the pressure is decreased. Over here 2 moles, over here 1 mole. So by decreasing pressure, equilibrium will shift the side with more moles. Equilibrium moves to the right. As there are more moles of molecules on the right side. And less moles on the left side. You can write down only one, that as there are more moles of molecules on the right side or less moles of molecules on the left side. The table shows the concentration of nitrogen dioxide in the closed container at three different temperatures. At 100, 0.04, nitrogen dioxide 0.44. So this table shows that by increasing temperature, concentration of nitrogen dioxide is increased. State what this information shows about the enthalpy change of the forward reaction. So enthalpy change by increasing, by increasing temperature, concentration of nitrogen dioxide is increased, it means enthalpy change of the reaction is, so enthalpy change of reaction is endothermic. As there is higher concentration of nitrogen dioxide at higher temperature, so increasing temperature will favor the endothermic side. Question: nitrogen dioxide is made by heating lead 2 nitrate. The other products are lead 2 oxide and gas which relights a glowing supplant. PbNO3 twice to form PbO, nitrogen dioxide, and this is oxygen gas. So balance this equation to PbO. Nitrogen dioxide contributes to acid rain. State 1. Effect of acid rain on organisms. Kills acid rain. Kills the organisms in lakes. Nitric acid is a strong acid. State the meaning of term strong acid. Strong acid dissociates completely in aqueous solution. Suggest a pH value for concentrated solution of strong acid. pH of strong acid is 1, OH negative to form water. This is the neutralization reaction, typical neutralization reaction of an acid with an alkali. Question is about alcohols and polymers. Reduce the molecular formula of this compound. 1 2 3 4 C4, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 C4H8, 1 2 3 O3. An isomer of butanol has the structure shown. State the meaning of the term isomerism. Isomerism: compounds formed with the same molecular formula but different structural formula. Draw the structure of different isomer of butanol. This is butanol and this is butanol. Butanol react with ethanoic acid to form an ester. Name this ester butanol. Butyl ethanoate, and structure is this is the structure of butyl ethanoate. The partial structure of a polyester is shown. Draw the structure of the two monomers used to make the polyester. This is one monomer and this is another monomer. Terylene is polyester. State one use of terylene: clothing. Name a naturally occurring molecule which has the same ester linkage as terylene, that is fat. Starch is polymer which can be hydrolyzed. State the meaning of the term hydrolysis. Breakdown of a substance by water. Question number 8. This question is an alloy of copper and zinc. Bronze is less malleable than either copper or zinc. Explain with reference to the structure of metals why bronze is less malleable than either copper or zinc. You may include the label diagram in your answer. So this is the structure of alloy. This is copper, this is zinc metal. This is copper metal atoms. Okay, you may include a label diagram in your answer. Explain with reference to the structure of metal why brass is less malleable. This is the structure of metal. Metal ion and CO electron of delocalized electrons. In pure metals, this is pure metal and this is alloy. In pure metals, layers of atoms can slide over each other, but in alloys there are different size of atoms which prevent the layers to slide over each other. The table shows the reactivity of 4 metals with cold water and with steam. Chromium none with cold water, mercury none with cold water, potassium very fast, uranium very slow. So least reactive and to most reactive. So first come mercury, then chromium, uranium and potassium. The full symbol of an ion of mercury is shown. Reduce the number of electrons and neutrons in these ions. Number of electrons because carrying 2 positive charge, so 2 electron less, 2 electron less from proton. So this number of electrons are 78 and number of neutrons 199 minus 80. So that is equal to 119. The formula of chromium sulfate crystal is this. State the name given to the water present in the this chromium sulfate, hydrated chromium sulfate. So the name of given to the water present, so the name is water of crystallization. Aqueous bromine reacts with aqueous potassium iodide. The products of the reaction are aqueous iodine and aqueous potassium bromide. Construct the ionic equation including state symbols for this reaction. Aqueous iodine and potassium bromide. So this is Br2 aqueous plus 2 iodide ion to form, this is also aqueous, iodine aqueous plus 2 bromide ion. So the question reaction is this is chemical equation. This is bromine Br2 aqueous plus potassium iodide to form potassium bromide plus iodine. So this is chemical equation for this reaction. So potassium, the same ions on both sides, so can be cancelled, so written like this. Explain in terms of the reactivity of the halogen why aqueous iodine does not react with aqueous potassium bromide. Bromine is more reactive than iodine. Aqueous iodine. Zinc powder reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid. When the 20 centimeter cube of dilute hydrochloric acid is added to excess zinc, the volume of hydrogen gas produced at room temperature and pressure is 60 centimeter cube. Calculate the concentration in mole per dm cube of the dilute hydrochloric acid. Okay, 20 centimeter cube of concentration. We have to calculate concentration. We only have volume of acid and volume of hydrogen gas. So first calculate the mole of hydrogen is equal to 60 centimeter cube divided by 24,000. This is equal to 0.0025. By using mole ratio 1:2, 0.0025 ratio x. So mole of HCl will be, by doing cross multiply, the mole of HCl is 0.005 and concentration of HCl will be mole over volume into 1000, 0.005 divided by 20 centimeter cube volume into 1000. So the answer is 0.25. So this is the concentration. The reaction is repeated using large pieces of zinc instead of zinc powder. All other conditions stay the same. Describe how the rate of reaction changes. Explain your answer using idea about the collision between the particles. Instead of zinc powder, large pieces of zinc. Rate decreases as fewer particles exposed on surface, so have less frequency of the collision between the particles. Dilute hydrochloric acid is electrolyzed construct in ionic equation by the reaction at the cathode. At the cathode we have H positive, Cl negative, so this is the dilute acid, and OH ion. These are the ions present in the solution. So this is dilute, so OH ion is oxidized to form water plus oxygen plus 4 electron. Zinc is used to prevent iron from rusting, state the essential condition needed for rusting: water and oxygen. Explain how zinc prevents from rusting by the metal of sacrificial protection. Zinc is more reactive than iron. So zinc reacts or corrodes in preference to iron. Give one example of the use of sacrificial protection. Stops stop rusting it is sacrificial protection is used. Protection is used to protect underground water pipes from rusting. So this is all about. Hope you will understand this paper. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel. It really helps the channel to grow. Okay, Allah Hafiz.